This one, chat. This seems like a little bit of a situation. Everybody is bed rotting. Now this is gonna be
Morning,
interesting.
welcome back. Oh, I tired. You ever want to lay down all day while consuming as much entertainment as possible so you can distract yourself from life?
Yes.
Like some sort of weird human baby? Or a human turned into a worm. It's way easier to do nothing compared to dealing with all your grown-up responsibilities. No one told me about taxes, bills every month, the tedious task.
You know, I think it's the worst thing about math classes all around the world is that you learn so many things you will never use in your entire life, but nobody damn taught you how taxes work. Why out of everything people didn't teach you about taxes? Like when I started paying taxes, I was so confused. I asked my mom like 50 questions. This is insane.
Thinking of what to eat every single day for the rest of my life? Sheesh. Can't a guy just be a baby again?
True. Oh,
Unfortunately,
baby.
that's not a possibility for the majority of us until we can figure out how to Benjamin Button ourselves.
This
so
room
the
is
next
so
best
clean.
thing is bed rotting, eh? We're told that
Like
if
it
we
should
embrace
be.
hustle culture, work really hard, then we can
Clean
achieve
your
our
room.
dreams. The amount of effort you put into your career, the more well off you'll be during retirement age. Your future is created by what you do today, said the president of some country. So why me have graduate degree, but work as barista with no house or car?
No, this is Patrick.
Well, that's kind of the reality we live in now. The American dream has literally turned into something you can only see when you're dreaming. No matter how many hours you put into your career, how much you invest into your education, which ends up being a piece of paper and bank account jump scare, unless you're born wealthy or with a low...
And everybody tends to... This the worst thing is that nowadays jobs are so limited. So even if you... I've seen these so many posts of people having multiple different educations, like they have degrees in so many things, biochemistry, etc., and they can't find a damn job. Everybody, you will pay so much to go through an education, put so much time to get an education, and then you can't even find a job because there's no job anymore. There's nothing.
Bit of nepotism on your side. Life's just one long slugfest of working until you're old and then
you die. PogChamp. Are y'all excited for that?
That's
gonna be high.
crushing. So taking the entire day off from time to time to rest and not think about 1,000 things at once helps us avoid burning out. The best feeling is working really hard, then taking 1 to 2 days off with your brain turned off.
So
do nothing.
excited.
Although bed rotting is a trendy activity we've been seeing.
Will be an
that goes
event of
further
my
than a
life.
Day of self-care. You're in your room, laying in bed all day, except you're not sleeping, but doing passive activities to avoid life.
Am I the only one that get mad for laying in bed too long? I get annoyed for laying in bed for too long. I just can't do this. You do this? No, me too. I get mad. That's me. Is that you right now, Michi? Are you in bed right now? I just get annoyed. I can't lay in bed. I don't know. It's like you are. Oh my god.
Scrolling on your phone, watching movies, counting the colors.
Hope you're laying there comfy,
Think of it
Michi.
as stress-inducing procrastination, where instead of relaxing at a spa, you're closing your eyes so you.
Chase, we did an entire K-pop stream yesterday. Like I wish you posted that yesterday. We dedicated 5 hours to K-pop yesterday. I don't think we will do any K-pop reacts for probably next week. Realistically.
That the building is actually on fire. You can find a lot of content from Gen Z and millennials sharing their
We're starting the K-pop channel. It's gonna be announced tomorrow. I should be done with setting up everything tomorrow.
There's been a shift in the public sentiment.
But I appreciate it. Thank you for the post.
Quirky activity to this isn't good. It depends
It's
on
my
the
hobby
severity.
to lay in
A
bed.
little bit of bed rotting can just be someone taking time off, but extreme levels can be linked with someone who's mentally unwell, especially when you see rooms
What
that
the
don't have
fuck is
floors anymore,
that?
'cause it's covered.
Bro, my friend Zach he had a couple friends over that has never been to his house, and they started getting rashes, bumps on their skin, and one of them even got sick. Is that mold? Yes, if it's like this, it's mold.
With so much junk, and the bowls and dishes with
That is crazy. How does this not smell like shit? Does this not piss you off? I'd be pissed off. I don't understand how people can keep things so dirty.
old food in them, started making their own clothes to wear.
Bed rotting is a trend where you just kind of enjoy the time that you have in your bed.
You can see this.
Enjoy the time of cleaning your room. Oh, what the? How do you do? Look at the bottles. Oh my god, does this not piss you off? Dude, this pisses me
trend
off.
where you just kind of enjoy the time that you have in your bed.
You can see this person right here on TikTok who made a video about their trend. They have cups laying around their room just filled
Delicious.
with mold because they're
This is poisonous, by the way. Thank God you're not allergic to mold, because you might die. But this is, mold is bad. It's poisonous for you. This is depleting a gas. Like, not gas. This is like dust. And if you smell these dust, man, you can get sick.
just bed rotting. All of these cups, Chick-fil-A containers, all of this stuff
It's
is piling
poisonous.
up
Yes,
because
mold is poisonous for you. Mold is not good for your body. You sniff that thing, you're not good.
all they do is lay in their bed all day.
I know we shouldn't eat mold, but why it look like I kind of want to eat it? We shouldn't be glamour.
What? That does not look good. No.
Kind of want to eat it. We shouldn't be glamorizing this behavior, but focus on curbing it instead by sharing tips or showing our progress when we finally decide to clean our rooms.
Here's what you're gonna do if you've already rotted half the day away and you kind of regret it.
So that was
If you have wasted your entire day and you regret it, here's what you gotta do. You stand up, okay? You take a shower. Oh, that's a hard one for many people. You take a shower, and then you start doing something so you're happy with the day.
a little taste of bed
Clean work. I don't
rotting
know.
in the West. Now in Asia,
Go
this
back
isn't
to
just a
bed.
concerning phase anymore.
Yeah, you take a shower and you go back to bed. You took a shower. That's good enough for today. You can go back to bed and sleep, champ.
A few cups with moldy drink in them is nothing compared to the DIY hill you made in your own home out
Ella?
of trash.
That's amazing.
I
do
like
you do
sledding on a
anything?
fluffy white hill as much as the
Bro,
next
how do
person.
you not like stab your foot or get like stop bleeding everywhere you go whenever you have like so much trash everywhere? Like, what the fuck is happening? There's more trash here than nearly the ocean. That's crazy.
I like sledding on a fluffy white hill as much as the next person,
I
but
don't.
this seems like a biohazard. There are two content creators from Japan that kept popping up on my timeline who have quite the interesting
Shower
following.
bed,
The
shower
first one
bed,
is
yep.
Haritsu, an Indonesian college dropout living in Japan, who's known for cooking food that is well beyond its expiration date, eating it, and somehow surviving. And we're not talking about a yogurt that's a few days past.
This motherfucker took a chicken wing, put soap on it, and started washing it?
Eating it and somehow surviving. And we're not talking about a yogurt that's a few days past its best before date. I saw this man take Resident Evil looking
Dude,
rice
I'm
from
about to
underneath the
fucking
sink,
puke.
give it a
That's
bath, then
nasty
make
as
it
fuck.
into a somewhat decent looking dish.
先はちょっともったいない冷てえプリ
You would have never known how old and how unrefrigerated his ingredients were. This is a health inspector's nightmare.
Rice after boiling for 1 to 2 days becomes poisonous. There's a chemical change with rice after you boil it that becomes poisonous.
If they went
Not a
inside
good
his house,
idea.
they would cry, fail him,
Not
and
to
then
say
shut
that
down
not
the kitchen.
everything else
this
was
isn't
bad.
even a restaurant. At least he's not wasteful. The second creator is Shiro Kumatyan Daisuke 1999, who's infamous for living in a home covered in trash while sharing the small space.
I feel like this is, you know what's fucked up? I bet a lot of men are happy looking at this girl. Like seeing this cute girl that are living like they are is probably the fans, like this kind of dream scenario most people have. I bet she's doing really well. Fellow rot girlfriend, yeah.
with a lot of
What?
roommates. Sure.
You listen, we're talking about now people that are dwelled up, that are living the exactly same way now.
Times are tough and we gotta do what we gotta do, but it's like more than a reasonable amount of people. Between all of them, there's at least 1,000
Oh my
legs,
God.
1,000 arms, bugs.
Bugs?
Her roommates are bugs.
マジで無理なんだけど大きすぎでかすぎやばすぎ共和国
Oh, she got a Pokemon.
でかすぎ共和国
Look,
やばすぎ
chat.
共和国
Elise, she got a
Damn, if all these
Pokemon.
uninvited guests showed up in my home, I would have to put on a full production of Stomp, or at least a K-pop fan count from Inkigayo.
Oh, hit it,
No
girl.
fear of cockroaches is actually a pretty impressive skill to have. Japan has this lady, we have Asmongold, who's reacted.
You know, I talked about a friend earlier. He just mentioned him. I didn't expect to hear Zach. I didn't expect to talk or hear about Zach in this video. Is he gonna show? So this is my friend chat, by the way. Yeah, y'all don't know him, but like this is a friend for a very long time of me. He's one of my close online friends.
Is actually a
Look at
pretty
this guy.
impressive skill to have. Japan has this lady, we have Asmongold, who's reacted to some of my videos. I kind of feel like that roach that was in his house.
Get him out of me! What are you doing, bro? Get out of my...
But wow, those moldy cups are basically a cute little garnish compared to living with 5,000 freeloading roommates.
Is the
that
main
don't pay
course?
rent.
I
At
hope
least they don't
not.
take up a lot of room because they sleep on the walls. That being said, I'm not 100% sure if this content is made by people who are actually going through something or if it's manufactured for engagement and views. We'll look into how all these topics tie in with each other. Why is this letting your living space turn into a landfill phenomenon so much more severe in Asia? Well, let's talk about their work culture and how intense it can be compared to our silly little corporate errands and elite employee bosses. In China, the belief is that the harder you
You
work,
have ants
the more
all
it'll
over
pay
your
off.
room,
You
though.
put in
That means there's something with your interior that is an issue. There's something. I think your wood in your interior has rotten, or they have gone into that. So it needs replacement.
40 years of working
There's
really
something
hard,
with your
and
wood.
the fruits of your labor should show that, which was true many decades ago when the economy was thriving. There wasn't
Hi,
as much
Josh. How you
competition
doing,
in the
Josh?
market. You could buy home, car,
Your floor is bad?
purse,
Yeah, one of them.
family, working
Hi,
the
I'm
same
not a
job for
carpenter,
your
I don't
entire
know.
life. Now, you'd be lucky to even afford one of these things. The 996
You are now
culture
one of
became
my
a normal way
elite
of living, where you
employees.
work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. Putting in your 40 hours a week is child's play compared to this. You're expected to live this way if you want to be successful. If you don't want to conform though, that's totally fine. Someone else that's younger and less tired will take your place in a heartbeat. The Asian workforce
suddenly
is so
got the urge to
competitive.
clean my
Companies even
house.
encourage their employees
This
to
is why I clean often and try to even vacuum often, because, and also if as soon as there's a lot very easy that insects come from the outside in here, I remove them instantly. I either throw them out, like I often throw them out, or I kill them and get them out, because like I don't want that to be a situation. I don't want to be a nest here. I don't want anything bad to happen.
feel their punch-in hours like a badge of honor. Whoever
In
is the
every day, I
most
don't clean
overworked
every day.
gets the
It's too
praise.
big,
If
but
you're
I
working the
clean
minimum
2 times a
amount of
week or
hours
3 times a
required
week.
while having a healthy work-life
I
balance.
clean my chicken, not chicken,
Well,
kitchen
put me
nearly every
overtime
day.
here. What are you doing? This expectation that you need to dedicate your entire life to work for a mediocre life is causing younger generations to realize, bruh, this sucks. It's like watching the starry-eyed graduate who's excited to join the workforce turn into the bitter, jaded employee who's ready to retire in the span of 5 years instead of 50
Yeah,
years.
Elise, clean your chicken every day. Thank you, Elise. Y'all doing great. Thank you for cleaning my chicken. I need my protein.
You know what you get after working 50 years for a company nowadays? An email.
50 years. 7-Eleven.
10th floor.
In 2000,
What the hell was this?
50 years. 7-Eleven.
Congratulations on your 50-year anniversary, Basker. 50 years on 7-Eleven? Or you gotta really love 7-Eleven.
In 2022, a term called bailan started trending in Chinese
50
online gaming
years?
communities, which translates to laying flat and lowering one's goals. Basically saying, no thanks,
That's
I
not
think I'll
something
pass
to be
on this
proud
crazy
of.
work lifestyle. There's a lot of
I mean, if you're happy, that's all that matters, right? Better to have a job than not a job, I guess. But like, I'm also one of the, I have a bad mindset toward jobs. Because like, I'm in the mindset that if you're going to be paid like nothing at all, what's the point of doing the job? So I'm not saying you should be paid like a fuck ton, but like the amount of some jobs just really pay you back like nothing at all compared to the job you're doing.
talented, hardworking people out there who want to make their career the main focus of their lives. But not everyone has to live like that, right? What's the point in working so hard if we're gonna stress ourselves out until we develop health issues? We're still gonna—
And this is the thing I had for 3 years before I quit that job. Dude, the payment was not worth the stress I was getting from my last job, or my last job.
gonna be scraping the bottom of the barrel while the rich get even richer. So doing just enough to get by might be a better option for some, and there's less risk of getting burnt out. Basically, keep your
like 20
expectations low
jobs
for
at
everything
one
you do
spot.
in life.
That's
Japan
crazy.
also has a similar working culture. It's based on intense commitment, ethics, and extreme dedication to the company you're working for. If you're just starting out in the workforce, they have a strict hierarchy system you need to follow. If the boss says, put on a furry suit and start serving your country, then you better start learning that K-pop choreo ASAP. Also,
dude,
think
he
I'm going
can
through a
swing
phase.
it.
There have been one too many furry references in my videos recently. You also need to show that you're a team player by drinking with your coworkers every night. How does that show you're a team player? Well, it's all about tradition and conformity. If you're the only one who goes home, boo! And forget about sleep. You might be able to sneak in a quick nap on the subway ride home before you need to show up for your next shift, but hey, that's the culture.
This is why I say Japan is an amazing tourist. It's an amazing place to go as a tourist. It's awful to live there and work there.
Japan has the highest levels of working hours in the world, where employees can average 80 hours of unpaid overtime per month. The
Oh, we
anime
love
Zone
that.
100 does a really great job at showcasing this lifestyle in their first episode. All this pressure
It is
from
crazy.
work, school, and family to fit into your expected societal role. You can see why this
Their work efficiency is the lowest. Yes, it is. And you know which country, one of the countries that has the highest? My country has one of the highest. Do you know what do we have? We don't have any overtime. If you get overtime, you get double compensation, and you have a mandatory. There are 2 mandatory breaks at your work field, and they can't be pushed. There's a lot of regulations around how work is, which makes it so that you can't. There's most of them bend it a little bit, and would most of the time be legal, but it really does show that if you don't focus on everything being a number and you don't stress out all your workers, the amount of efficiency you will have is way better than overworking them.
View of the future
Crunches
is
does not
causing
help.
younger generations to be discouraged, which has given rise to people adopting a neat lifestyle.
Yeah,
Not
exactly,
as
and a lot of
clean
holidays
person,
too.
but as a not in education,
Hi,
employment, or
Silent.
training
Hi.
person. There's no long-term goals here, just surviving through each day by doing the bare minimum. As long as you have food, housing, and entertainment, then you're solid. A more intense form of the neat lifestyle is a hikikomori, which is a Japanese word that translates to pulling inward, being confined. This is where you withdraw yourself from society, where you basically never leave your home. Described as loners or modern-day hermits. It usually consists of people in their 20s to late 30s who are still living with their parents and rely on their support.
In Japan, there's said to be at least 500,000 hikikomori. It's thought that the numbers could be double that because so many of them go uncounted. Most are men 15 to 39. Some experts believe that it's a condition caused by traumatic experiences or shame or grief.
Could the pressures of Asian society
Y'all didn't see the roach, so I wanted to just
be the root cause of these content creators posting their strange lifestyles online? Maybe. That's just a theory. A moldy rice cooker theory. Speaking of food that would definitely shave off years of a regular person's life, either this guy has the strongest immune system in the world, or the soap he uses to wash his food can eliminate every single disease on the planet. He's known for taking rice that's half food, half a living organism, and turning it back to normal by giving it a bath.
What? It is so bad he had to censor this. It's so disgusting. And look at his face. Look at his face. It's so bad he had to censor it.
ふわふわなんかいつもと違うパターンだなこれ何これ
How do you leave rice for that long in your rice cooker? Just fucking throw it out. I don't know. Put it in a box and put it in the fridge.
普通にこのまま食えそう
Oh, is this the same dude we looked at earlier? Yeah, I remember the tattoo. That rice is brown.
なんかこれでもうま
He's
そう
washing the rice with soap. With hand soap. Then cooking it with chicken.
はい完成うまそう
Other than committing
I
multiple
mean, like, that wouldn't even taste. What the fuck is happening?
violations, he's a
Are they trolling? Elise, I don't even know if they're trolling. If this like is a bit. This is is he mental? You have to be mental to do this. Bro, how the do there's something really wrong going on here. I don't know what's happening. my god.
Pretty decent cook. It's no Michelin star meal, but watching him turn expired food into a edible-ish...
I would not. No.
I was curious
not
after
edible.
watching so many of his TikToks. Can you actually wash away mold from your food, eat it,
No.
and not get sick? Sources say it depends, but usually, no!
No. Because then you could just boil it again. Then you could just fucking boil it. And it will be fine, but you can't do that. No.
What's even more interesting is that
No.
he's never gotten sick from doing this. Do you ever get sick? I never get sick. Even I find it hard to believe that I've never even had diarrhea because of the food I eat. Especially during my first year on TikTok. I was not that popular, so all I could afford to eat was the rotten food. But yeah, I think I am freakishly healthier than normal people. Or maybe I'm just used to it by now. Damn. I should have eaten more dirt when I was a kid. He microdosed himself on so much bacteria that he's turned into a walking cold effects pill. Look at him, not believing in storage containers, utensils, and proper
He didn't die
cooking
yet.
services.
Keep that in mind. He didn't die yet. What the fuck? What is that? What is this? Is that chicken? What is that? Is that pork or chicken? What the fuck is that? Now it's mushy. Now it's mushy. This, it can't be
Oop.
He threw it on his bed.
Just a little seasoning from the bed for
Yeah,
some flavor.
yum
I know
yum,
the
a little bit of
microwave
sweat
has a built-in plate
and dirt
but you got
and
a
dust.
regular plate right there. I'm also
What?
showing the least scary parts of his TikToks. Some of the food he scrunches up looks like it came from a nightmare. Okay, if you don't think about what these ingredients look like before, he made a slightly upgraded Lunchable pizza.
That ain't no pizza, man. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
After doing this for some
Even the filter cannot remove all of this eye bags from him. I think that this guy just need help. Like unironically not ignoring the food. I think that there's probably some mental condition because he's probably not sleeping and doing something god. Like it's crazy.
After doing this for some time, he's built up a cult following that's let him move into a bigger and cleaner living space. This is a literal rags and mold to riches story. How do you feel about your content now? I started TikTok at the rock bottom of my life. That time, I felt like I couldn't do anything right. Like my life was just going to be a waste. But I'm glad I started my
If
TikTok
this guy
in
goes
Japan.
to
People are
Guatemala
warm there,
Bay,
and
the
they
guards
supported
will
my
quit.
content from the very beginning. Now I have more friends and I am happy in my life. Do you wish to continue
Fucking
making these
hell.
videos? Yeah, because this is my brand now. And I like doing it. Not just for the content, but because I genuinely like it. Even now when I can afford nice food,
He
I
likes
still
it.
wish to continue eating rotten food. Anyways, a comb as a spoon is
Interesting.
wild. We have a strange fascination with observing people at their worst and then rooting for them to get better. The other content creator who I mentioned, who is also in a similar living situation as Haritsu, also has a comb. Here's her reviewing which type of flower is the best type of dry shampoo for unwashed hair.
Let's cancel.
Flour for unwashed. What, to remove the grease? Brother, what?
この子たちで Let's cancel time.
Let's cashew
米
chime.
って万能なイメージ
I
が
don't know what she said.
串につけた
Uh-huh. Put some flour on your hairbrush. You know what I love the most about this? Is that even though face masks are free or really cheap, she has a face mask that has like a postal ticket on top of it, or like some food like paper on top of it. She didn't really, it's not really, it's even a scuffed face mask.
あ、ちょっとさらってなった
Wow.
すごいお米の力
Yeah.
I will say she's definitely a better cook compared to the previous jump scares we saw. Plus,
She
the
said
ingredients
Lamau.
she uses are not moldy or scary looking. Thank God, the bare minimum. This pasta looks pretty appetizing. I would eat it if it was served to me. Although, can I take my food to go? There are one too many cooks in this kitchen, and they keep coming towards my food. It's
There
making
they
me
are.
nervous.
The friends, the roaches.
第216円だよ。やっぱね、パスタミートソースが一
Bro,
番
the
好きです。
roaches are having a good
で、こ
time,
れスー
huh?
パーの箸だから無用だし。いきます。
Oh. Bro, she's getting hungry. Oh, wow.
Sorry, I couldn't concentrate on my food because I had to keep an eye out for bugs wandering into the pot, which surprisingly didn't even notice the fresh food being cooked right in
There's
front of them.
enough
They
food
went
there
in
for
every
them for a
direction
while.
That wasn't the food.
They can live
Someone
there
said
for
a collab
years.
with Haritsu would bring back the bubonic plague, or would it actually create super evolved white blood cells? Her videos are a weird combination of calming and anxiety inducing. It's like if you took a cooking ASMR video and green screened it into a unlivable home.
Has Zach seen this girl? I wonder if Zach has seen this girl. I wonder what his reaction would be to this.
2日連続。あ、昨日とで2日連続か。で、最後に使うな、これ。もうこれでね、何作るかわかるよね。だからね、ちょっとね、フォロワー10万人いった達成した記念に、カレー食べたいななんて。だから、野菜が玉ねぎと人参、お肉、鶏肉、主食ご飯、唯一の調味料、カレール。10万人記念。これはね、前買ったやつのあまり。
I'm assuming
The
she's used to
wall?
living like this. There's not a hint of fear in her
I,
voice.
I was thinking you meant something else, but you're looking at the... Oh, yeah, that's Ooh. That's a lot of roaches. That's a lot of roaches. That's a lot of roaches. Oh my god, that's a lot of roaches. There are so many of them. Jesus, there are so many of them.
I'm assuming she's used to living like this. There's not a hint of fear in her voice. And does this pod also have bug-repelling force field properties built into it? What the heck kind of advanced products are Japanese people making? She's also gained a cult following herself, with her TikToks getting millions of views.
I bet.
Audience reaction based on the comments is usually confused, scared, worried.
Is this the girl that goes around outside as well and looks like crazy? Oh my fucking god, I think I've seen this TikTok right here.
Is usually confused, scared, worried, and fascinated.
I can
since her
fix
demeanor
her.
Doesn't really match her
Yeah.
lifestyle. I think the brand she's going for is a subculture in Japan called Jirai Kei, or landmine style, an aesthetic that combines cute feminine gothic fashion with someone who is on the verge of an emotional breakdown. Some people only wear the fashion, while others embrace the entire lifestyle. She even did her own cosplay of landmine style makeup. I think it might be a parody, but I'm not sure.
この顔で歩ききた
After watching a bunch of her content, I'm
What the
starting
fuck is happening? What is this, make? What?
After watching a bunch of her content, I'm starting to wonder if this is actually real or some kind of social experiment.
I
use
think this
Google
is
Translate
fake.
to read her bios and captions since it's all in Japanese, so take this broken English with a grain of salt. Concurrent viewership is #1 in Japan. The most
Damn.
entertaining and genius streamer in Japan. Unauthorized reproduction prohibited. Legal action taken. There are even comments questioning
Legal action taken.
unauthorized reproduction prohibited.
For some reason, I feel like if you're not able to even throw away your trash at all or buy unspoiled food, for some reason, I feel like you will not take legal actions ever.
Legal action taken.
That sounds
There
like
are
too
even
much
comments
work.
questioning if she actually lives in this house. First of all, how would you even sleep? Second, do bugs need sleep? It's hard to say for sure if this is a
I don't
cosplay of
think-
someone with a really strange lifestyle.
bugs sleep?
If it is, then Interesting. You definitely have people curious about the character you're playing, but if she's actually going through something, is the audience that she's building enabling her unhealthy
Bugs
behavior,
take
or
shifts.
is this just a simulation? Or will this be another moldy rice to riches story? All jokes aside, no one should be thinking this is a lifestyle to strive for. A little bedrotting here and there in moderation is okay as long as you can pick yourself up afterwards. These extreme cases of gaining a following by living in a garbage house are rare instances of someone getting famous by showcasing their bizarre lifestyle, when in reality, there are a lot of people struggling like this without the money and fame. It's very fascinating, and I'm seated for some more plot development. Do these people end up cleaning their houses and getting their life together? Also wondering, is this the secret to turning your immune system into an impenetrable fortress? Cause how are they still out here looking normal? I'm surprised they're not turning green like a Sims or that green lady from Wicked. They must have plus 100 and poison resistance or something. Spending 5 minutes in any of these houses would have me feeling nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Hey, Pepto-Bismol.
Oh,
You know what else can prevent you from
remember when
getting
people
sick?
started drinking that because they thought it would clean COVID? I remember
It's
that.
the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed the content to see more of my
Jesus
videos.
Christ.
You'll also get a +2 stat boost against germs, toxins, and the common cold. Disclaimer, percentages can vary based on individual experiences. Have a good day, try not to be dumb, and see you in the next one.
I don't know what to say. Now, that was... Thank you, the video is over. Oh my god, that was something. I cannot believe people live like that. That is insane how people live like that. I think some of them are acting up a little bit, but it's kind of hard to tell because I even have someone I know that kind of lives like that, but they wouldn't eat moldy food because, you know, they don't want to die. But anyways, that was crazy. My lord, don't ever make us watch that again. We want, I don't know, who knows what the future will hold. But anyways, if you watch this on YouTube and like this, make sure to click the like button, sub to the channel if you enjoy reacts, and want to come and yap with us live, and join us on twitch.tv/addict. There should be a link in the description, and I'll see y'all in the next video. My god, that was crazy. That was nuts.